Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel. For today's Daily Draft, we have just 3 drafts of March of the Machine left. That's right, today, Friday, and Monday is it, because at the end of next week, set review season begins for the Lord of the Rings set. I know, a set that a lot of you are going to be super excited to play. So we don't have too much left of March of the Machine, but we're still enjoying what we can here. Playing some Mythic gameplay. We're here in Mythic. We are in the percentages at the current moment, but, you know, we're here, and we're happy to be here, and that is what it is. So, we're going to go ahead and get into today's draft, but before we do, a quick message from me. Thanks, me. The Daily Draft Patreon page has a new tier, and it is not one you're going to want to miss out on. For just $5 per month, you can gain access to my tier lists for the format for not only Pack 1 Pick 1, but also customized for every single draftable deck in the format, and I update it every week. And you get access to a private Discord channel in which to discuss these tier lists with me and others. I use a traditional A through F rating for every single card. I let you know if the card has moved up or down since last week, and I give you the ability to hover over the card to see the name and a picture and a clickable link to Scryfall for every single one of the cards. And like I mentioned, I've also got customized tier lists for every single individual deck in the format. Blue-White Knights, looking for specific tier lists and ratings for every single card in Blue-White Knights, we've got it here for you, as well as every single other deck in the entire format. My Lord of the Rings set reviews are right around the corner in just about a week or less, and I will have these tier lists updated for the new set before it even releases. So now is the absolute perfect time to get in on the Centaur Courser rewards tier in the Daily Draft Patreon. If $5 is a bit too rich for your blood, we have $3 and $1 tiers that each come with both early access and admission to the Discord server. If a monetary donation isn't your speed, a subscription to the channel is also greatly appreciated and contribution enough. Thanks for your consideration, and let's hop into today's draft. Okay, and what do we have in our first pack, but slightly an underwhelming one? We've got Atraxas Praetor's Voice, which, I mean, we could try to do another multicolor thing. There's also Invasion of Kaldheim, which I think is a good card, but I'm not sure how much I want to start on this with it being red and how much I don't like red. Honestly, everything else is not great. There's a Cavalier for Knights, which is good. There's a Nezumi Informant, which I really only like in more controlling black decks. Storm the Seed Core's not bad in aggressive green decks, but I mean, the pack is pretty underwhelming. I think Atraxa has the highest upside if you're able to actually cast her. And maybe we can do some kind of green multicolor nonsense, get past an Omnath or an Invasion of Alara or something. I mean, these are options. Alright, well, if we're thinking green multicolor, this is base green. There is also, we can go like green, white. Really going to have some Blighted Burgeonings here. Okay, so Shauna Wheeling could also be pretty good. I didn't even see that. If we go base green, white. There's also a Dispersal. We could have gone 2-drop Knight into Lancer and have a pretty good start into Knights here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and take Galta and Mavrin. And, yeah, here's a Brawler and a Sandstalker Moloch. So, maybe we don't play Atraxa, we just go straight green-white? I don't know. Teysa has not been great in my experience. I mean, it gives this, you know, Vigilance and Lifelink, whatever this thing makes, which is not bad. Host Intercessor and Ancient would be good fixing for whatever we got going on right now. I'm not married to Atraxa. I think it would be fine if we got it. I'm going back and forth between these two. If we pass this, we're going to say green-white's open, but it could wheel too. You know, I'm going to take the Moloch and kind of go from there. Got a Volcanic Spite is probably the best card in this pack. There's a Thornwood Falls, there's an Invasion of Muraganda, and a Fertilid's Favor is fixing, but we want Blighted Burgeonings as our fixing. Ideally, Blighted Burgeonings and Skittering Surveyors would be outstanding. This could even wheel as well. Volcanic Spite's the best card here, but it doesn't go with anything that we're doing so far. I mean, I don't think Invasion of Murugond is very great. Let's go ahead and take the fixing here and see if we can make that work. All right. Kind of missing out on the fixing again here. There's Cleansing, there's War Historian. I don't mind Cleansing, but I'm not sure I really want to go down a green-blue path necessarily. I think the best card is Rager and then Cleansing here. But I'm not sure that really goes at all with what we got so far. I'll just take the 3-drop. And boy, are things drying up. I guess we can take a Mauler as some fixing for black? Or do we just take like Smite, and if the green-white cards wheel, we just ditch Atraxa and go green-white? I think we do that, because there could be a Shauna that could wheel coming up here. Yeah, we're not really finding the multicolor fixing so far. So there's Surge and Sunblessed Guardian. I think Surge is pretty good in these green-white decks here. Protocol Knight. It's a pretty late Protocol Knight. Maybe I can spec on that and see if the 2-drop Knight wheels pick 9 here. Because I don't really care about much of the rest of this. Let's see what did come back. Okay, Swordsworn Cavalier did come back. I think Shauna was in pack 10, so we'll see if green-white comes around here, but we'll take the Cavalier. Shauna didn't make its way back around, but Lancer did. Okay, so we are finding out that the best deck in the format is open, so we're just going to go ahead and keep slamming those cards, because that's where you want to be if you're drafting March of the Machine, in the best deck. And I think blue-white is that deck, and although we're a little late to the party, we have the 2-drop, we have a good 3-drop, we have a great 4-drop, we have an aerial boost now, so yeah, the deck is open. And that's what you want to do. So I think we played that first pack relatively okay. Now, of course, we're going to open like Atali in pack 2 and then be like, oh, what do I do now? Yeah, I mean, if I had seen like a pick 3 or 4 Blighted Burgeoning, I think I would have held on to it a little bit more, or even any Skittering Surveyors. But we didn't see any of the fixing for Atraxa. Galta and Maverin's hard to cast if you're not straight green-white, and the Botanical Brawler and Shauna didn't wheel, so we know someone else is in green-white, so that's going to be fighting us for that. But we got a pick 8 Protocol Knight and a pick 9 Cavalier, pick 7 Surge, pick 10 Boost. I mean, these are all great things. Feels like I'm in the quick draft queue all over again, huh? Alright, let's cross our finger we get a card that doesn't throw a wrench in our draft here. Pick 2. Well, I was hoping for a Marshal of Zhalfir. Archpriest of Shadows is great, don't get me wrong, but in blue-white, Marshal of Zhalfir is arguably just as good, and that's exactly what we're taking here. Maybe we wheel a Bolus Slinger, a Guardian, or a Cleansing here. I'd play any of those in this deck, but we're definitely taking Marshal of Zhalfir, and we are blue-white Knights. So let's Tunnel Vision on that and see if we can't get ourselves a good blue-white Knights deck. If it is as open as it looked in pack 1, we could get lucky with another Marshal of Zhalfir or 2 here this draft. Oh, this is a tough one. Preening Champion and Aerialist. It's got to be Preening Champion. This card is so good. And in Blue-White Knights, it's absolutely busted. As much as I love an Aerialist and would not mind playing one here, definitely need the Preening Champion. So we will snap that up. And we're looking good here. No issues with this draft whatsoever so far. So I don't mind playing a core halberd in these decks, but we already have one, so I think we're taking Tetsuko here. It's a good combo with Cavalier. The 1/1 here, I think it's fine to play. It's not outstanding and it's not super exciting, but I think it is fine to play here. All right, Order the Mirror, yes please. It's one of the good 2-drops for this deck, and you definitely want a good amount of 2-drops. Go ahead and take that here. Definitely looking for an Angelic Intervention or 2. That would be great. All right, swing and a miss here. Omen Hawker is really not good in blue-white, and Sun to the Gateway, same thing. This is much more of a blue-black or blue-green card. Much more of a black-white card. Don't think I'm playing either of them. All right, where are my blue-white cards, folks? We read the deck as open. Now are we going to be able to finish out playables here? Because if this continues, this could be rough. All right, another Smite. Tranquil Cove. I might consider taking the Tranquil Cove if I wasn't so short on playables so far. But considering we are, we're going to need to make sure we get to 24. Because we're halfway there, and we're about halfway through the draft. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But we're really getting cut from blue-white from this direction, strangely. Some good green coming. But again, I think I read the table correctly and then picked up a Zalfir pack 2 pick 1, and I think it was, and then a Preening Champion. I think it was pretty much head down from there. All right, Bolaslinger did wheel. This is not a card well, this is a card I'm not too, what's the way to say this? I don't mind running a Bolaslinger in Blue-White Knights, even though it's not a Knight. Still a pretty good card. Curve is looking pretty good. Would love another Cavalier. Another Order of the Mirror. Another Preening Champion, obviously. Another Marshal of Zalfir. Yeah, just start doubling up on everything we got. Okay, nothing here. I mean, Atris is great, but not for our deck. Another Core Halberd. We're at 13, so we're going to need 11 decent cards from the last pack. Or we have to start throwing things like Oculus Whelp and Sun to the Gateway in the deck. Well, cross your fingers we get there in the last pack, because that pack did not go our way. Someone must have opened like an Invasion of New Phyrexia or something, and then just jumped into it, because we're getting late picks. So what do we open in pack 3? We have a whiff in the rare slot, so Knight Errant of Eos, Sigiled Sentinel, Invasion of Belenon, all fine. I think I'll take the Knight Errant of Eos. Yeah, 5 mana 4/4 with Convoke and a little bit of upside. Hopefully we wheel Sigiled Sentinel or Invasion of Belenon. Those are the only 2 cards I would consider running in this pack that could wheel. So we'll take the Knight here. Awakening and Dispersal. I think we're going to take Dispersal. There's an Imperiosaur. Man, I guess green could have been open, but I've defended my actions as to why I did what I did this draft, and I still stand by it. So Dispersal over Awakening here. Second Dispersal over a second Surge. Botanical Brawler, Storm the Seed Core. Yeah, in hindsight, green-white. I think if we had just Tunnel Visioned on green-white, we could have had 2 Brawlers, a bunch of good green, Galta and Maverin. Would have been still a pretty good deck. Not to say our deck isn't good. I think our deck is still fine. We need a little bit more help. You know, if I can get another Order of the Mirror, another Cavalier, I think I'd be pretty happy with where I'm at. Zarek Strobe Knight's a good one, and there's a decent amount of things that could wheel her. I would consider running any of these 3 in my deck if it wheeled, but we'll take the Strobe Knight. Alright, another Shauna. Alright, a whiff here. I guess I could take Eyes or Conversion, but I really hope to not play either of them. 3 more packs until we get to the wheel. Okay. Well, I said I want another Order of the Mirror. Here it is. We'll take it over Invasion of Kamigawa here. It's exactly what we want in more 2-drops. Goes well with Tetsuko as well, even if we don't transform it. Bond Warden and Dune Shaper. God, look at all this. Seacord, Takedown, Kavu, Finn. So I don't think anyone's drafting green. We'll take the first Bond Warden, though. Oh, why does all these cards have to be in the same pack? Invasion of Xerax, Protocol Knight. I love both of them. Have 9 knights. We don't have any battles yet. 12 creatures. I guess I'll take the Invasion of Xerax as much as I want the Protocol Knight. Sentinel Wield, that's great. Core Halberd number 3. Alright, we need a little bit of luck here on these wheels to get to 24 so we don't have to add some subpar cards. If I could have just taken the Protocol Knight and the Elspeth Smite, put it in the deck and call it a draft, I would have done so, but unfortunately that was opened 1 pack to our left and they made it all the way around to us. If we had opened that pack, we would have wheeled something good. Okay, second Surge, not bad. We never saw any Angelic Interventions this draft. We're a little low on creatures, but we do have a couple of ways to protect them. Alright, Squadron, I guess. Don't care about Whelp. And anything last? No. Okay, so I think we did okay there. Again, this is the best deck in the format, and if you're questioning, you know, is your deck good or not, first of all, it's the best deck in the format, so that goes a long way in making it good. So I love running 16 in these decks. That means with 14 creatures, I wouldn't mind playing 1 more. But like just a random 2-mana 2/2? Don't care about Oculus Whelp. Aizgataxis is real slow. Maybe a random Flywheel Racer? I mean, it's good with Preening Champion. That's about it, though. I already have 1 Core Halberd. I don't want 2. Scroll Shift isn't great in this deck. I guess it's just Aizgataxis, as much as I don't really want it to be that card. Yeah. Alright, well, I think that's fine. It's almost like another creature there a little bit. So I think that's how we will run the deck. Slight regrets we weren't in green, specifically green-white, but I think we'll do fine. See you in game 1. Alright, we go first. We need a blue, but we have a 2-drop and a removal spell here. We'll find a blue. Not really worth mulliganing is if we have a couple plays in the hand already. Oh, that's so annoying. We have a 3/1 and they play a 1/1. Oh, what a turn. Alright, well, let's get the Preening Champion down here. Found the blue, so that's good. Oh my gosh. They have just about the best start a blue-red deck can have. Is it worth smiting down theirs, or would I rather eventually smite this down? I think I'm going to get rid of their Preening Champion. I could be wrong. Right now we just play Tetsuko. We have 5 unblockable. Like 6 unblockable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8 if they don't play a flyer. They could have Ifara's Dispersal here. If I transform this... it still attacks well into that. Let's see if they have the Dispersal. Looks like they do, darn. Looks like they chose not to use it, though. Because I think they're going to plan on using it next turn on Tetsuko to make these things be able to be blocked. But now we know they have it, so... let's see what they do. Yeah, so they're leaving it up here. Invasion of Kamigawa, flipping it immediately, blocking our preening champion. Oh, that sucks. Don't mind if they bounce Tetsuko back to my hand necessarily. Same with this. So let's see if they want to use it here. Looks like they will. Put one in the yard, one on top. Currently have 5 unblockable. And hexproof. Okay. So that means we do this. Put them to 1. Fine with me. You're just looting here. I guess draw 2, discard 1 is more than loot, but they need to find an answer to Tetsuko, and we have hexproof, so they need 2 answers to Tetsuko. And they can't get it. Awesome. Played that one relatively well. On to the next. Alright, we go first with a 2-3-4 combo. And both our colors of mana to start this time, so we're good to go here. Tetsuko MVP. Aw, drew that out of order. It's okay. We'll survive, I suppose. Important tracker. I think I'm going to put this on itself here. Now, if we miss a land drop, we can go Halberd, Equip, and Bond Warden, which is pretty good. Oh, they're multicolor nonsense here. Another Portent Tracker. Uh-oh. Things could get out of hand quickly. I don't think they're blocking. I think they're going to go for some sort of 6-drop next turn. See if we can fade one turn of some sort of big enormous bomb. I just noticed they have all 5 colors with 3 lands here. See if they play like Omnath or Invasion of Alara or... Oof. Dual lands galore. Okay. I'm expecting Omnath. Invasion of Zendikar. Do you need more lands? Alright, so what are the chances they have Sunfall or Invasion of Fiora? Well, the fact that they got 2 forests tell me probably not a lot. Oh, gosh. Would very much like to be able to play a card in my hand. I'm not sure we're going to be able to outrace this now. Yeah, they're all the way at 11, and we can't add to the board. They have access to 9 mana? 8 mana right now? Five damage to Tetsuko. Look at the top 1 card. You may exile that card, play it this turn. Do we want to protect our own Tetsuko here? And not let them basically draw a card? No, I think I'll just let it resolve. They did draw a card. I'm just waiting for whatever haymakers they've got that are going to make my life very difficult here. There's one of them. Okay. How good is Marshal of Zhalfir if we know that they're going to play Herbology Instructor and basically just flip it? Probably still good enough. Okay. It's going to be close here. We have ways to tap down blockers, but they've got chumps here, so it's going to be close. They just have to stabilize and kind of turn the corner, and then I'm not sure we're going to be able to push through. Cleansing. Is that good enough to put on top? Or second from the top? If there's a land here, it's going to be great. I think we still need it. It's one of the best cards in our deck. Really need a land off the top here. Oh, dang. Just another card we can't cast instead. Okay. Now we're 2 turns away from casting any of this. I mean, I don't really have much else. Let's see if they have a combat trick first. It went right to priority, which tells me maybe they don't. Ah. They do. Now they have all... I think they have tandem takedown here. Yeah, I shouldn't have fired that off. I should have waited. Because I think I was fine with this trade if that's all they were going to do. Yeah, if they were just going to put Fertilid's Favor on something, I could have blown them out there, so. Now we have to hope this survives, and if this doesn't survive, then, I mean, we really don't have much else going for us. Because we're drawing a Marshal of Zhalfir, and we can't cast anything in our hand, so... Alright, it didn't survive. Now we're up 20-5, and I would consider our chances to win this game highly unlikely. Yeah. See? Everything ETB's tapped now for us. They can play Herbology Instructor, immediately flip it, kill our Marshal, gain 3 life. So again, I mean, we're never really going to win a game with 3 lands here, so it's not like we really stood a chance based off of what our deck told us was going to be happening, so... Yeah, we'll try, but I mean, now they just gotta play Invasion of Zendikar, immediately flip it, play a Seed Shark, and that will kill us. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. Yeah, I was just waiting for their haymakers, and 3 lands, not gonna win. Alright, we go first with a couple 2-drops, couple lands. We'll need more than 3 total this game, so we'll see if we can get there. Hopefully our opponent does as their name says here. That would be nice for us. Playing the island so that I don't get priority for Surge of Salvation, so they can't put me on that card. Okay, down goes Cavalier. Can't do anything about it. Tetsuko is not a knight for Protocol Knight, unfortunately. But that is... Plains would have been great to keep untapped here. Hopefully they don't have another Volcanic Spite. Hanger Scrounger, don't care about that. Alright, question is, do they have a Forest Dispersal now? Because I have to play Protocol Knight. I don't have to. But the best play is to play Protocol Knight and hope they don't have Dispersal. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. No! Oh wait, they could just have priority of blocking here. Okay, they didn't have it. I thought they just got priority out of nowhere. Ugh, could have been bad. We'll be fine though. Would really like one more plane so I can hold up Surge here at some point. Would be nice. We can protect my board. Land off the top would let us convoke, 4 lands, play Squadron, attack here, and hold up Surge, which would all be good. Now they do have 5 lands, so it's not that our board is completely safe till our turn. Zephyr Singer, that's a great one. Alright, there's the land. So... do this here. Hold up our protection spell. Squadron can't get in, unfortunately, as long as they have this, because that has vigilance too. So we could bounce that and then have a pretty good attack. Okay. Surge also prevents damage that red creatures or red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn, which is pretty good. Okay, interesting. Well, now things are getting strange. Those are pretty good. Huh. So if I attack all, they take 3, they take 4, they trade this for one of these. We sacrifice one of these, we aerial boost Tetsuko after blocks next turn. Right? If I attack all, I'm expecting them to take at least 7 probably. So then we win with aerial boost. We get 2 for 1 right now, but we win next turn, so unless they chump here, which I don't think they will. Oh, they did. Okay, good for them. Well, if they did it that way, I guess I sacrifice Tetsuko here then. Now Aerial Boost can eat their Zephyr Singer if they tap out. If they don't tap out, they're still just bouncing here. Alright, that means we win. Cool. Close one. Had to figure out the line to victory there, but we got it. Okay, we go first again. Again with both of our colors. Order the Mirror on 2. Strobe Knight with a free card in hand could end up being pretty good here if we get to that. Another blue-red deck. Invasion of Pyrulia, that's okay with no creatures down. I said blue-red deck, but they play Invasion of Pyrulia on turn 2, so who knows. And the Preening Champion. Alright, not a bad turn. Not a bad turn at all. There we go. Jeez, what a turn that was. That was probably the sickest turn 3 I think I've had. Play a 2-2 that buffs my whole team, kill their preening champion, make a 3-3. For 3 mana. Sure. Alright, we go first again with a fine enough hand here. I do enjoy going first with these decks. Don't often get to do that, I feel. Oh. Why you gotta do that? I'm sure they have no problem blocking here, but I'll take my free point of damage. White, white, another Bond Warden. Okay. I think I got a Zurich Strobe Knight here. Okay. Either they're mana screwed or mono white. With double Bond Warden, I wouldn't be shocked if they're mono white here. Phyrexian Censor, well that's annoying. I gotta say. Because now I can't use the Strobe Knight. Okay. Red, white. Alright, they found their second card. Or second color, I suppose. Interesting. Okay, so this tells me they have Angelic Intervention here, and I think they're going to use it. There it is. Okay. Oh, it has pro white. Oh. Oops. Okay. Ride in the back of Zurich Strobe Knight here. Interesting. Oh, that's great. Now we can protect our asset. Go to 5. Hold up protection. Hold up a 3/3 here. That's fine. Are they just leaving themselves dead here now? I mean, sure, I'll let it take 4. I think they just killed themselves. Yeah, that was weird. But okay, I'll take it. I mean, I think we were in a pretty good spot there anyway, so that's fine. What a hand this is. We have all of the removal and protection, but none of the creatures. I think I'm still keeping it, but, like, this could go wrong. We need lands and we need creatures, which maybe that means it's not a keep, because usually if you need 2 things to make a hand good, that's not great. But we have early removal. Alright, now we need a land. Not awful. And now we're in the unfortunate spot of not being able to hold up protection against their red. Which could have Volcanic Spite here. Do I play the Bond Warden and tap out, or hold up Surge? I think I'm just going to hold up Surge. The Bond Warden doesn't do much right now. Playing against a lot of multicolored decks here today. Alright, guess we're coming in again. Alright, they'll use 2 removal spells on it. That's fine, I guess. Not great, but got 2 out of their hand here. Still missing land drop, so that's not great for us. Alright, they did nothing. Don't know what their mana base is trying to support here, but they've basically got it all, so let's cross our fingers. Gonna save the Protocol Knight in the event that we draw another Knight and can freeze something down, because right now we don't need to tap anything at all. Guess we just tap these creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Knight Errant of Eos. Hold up Smite and Salvation. Marshal. Reveal up to 2. We get both of them? Oh my goodness. How outstanding. That's awesome. I thought we only got to pick 1. But I'll take it. Alright. Got the removal out of their hand here. Out of protection, but hopefully it's good enough. actually gonna play the order, hold up Elspeth's Might in the event that they try to block here and chump. Now what do they have? They haven't been getting priority. They get priority now? Cut short. Well, yeah, that'll do it. We are not putting a lot of pressure on them. So all they gotta do is drop a big creature and that has a good ETB or something, and we're in trouble? That's not a big creature. Raph is gonna give them some value here. We are out of protection. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep my creature here, get rid of theirs, just use the removal spell while I can. They go to 12. We're still trying to dodge whatever it is that is whatever it is. Dispersal and render inert. Okay, well that's at 7, so might go to 2 here. They can dispersal something. What are they going to cast for free? The dispersal? They got to do the dispersal here, right? Because if not, they're close to dead? 1, 2... No? Alright. They're going to go for that. Draw the card. Do they draw a blue? No. Okay. I think I can do this without paying life. I can still hold up this on attacks. No, I do need to pay the life here. Yeah, now we're okay. Get rid of Raph. They go to 3. We still have dispersal, and we don't have to wait till it's attacking. So that's pretty good. But they do have 5 cards in hand, so we're not out of the clear yet. They have double white and double black for both of the sweepers in the format, so cross your fingers. Okay. All the cards draw that many. You can cast these until end of turn, or you can play those until end of turn. Hoarding Broodlord. Heliod. Jeez, what a hand. They chose not to cast... Oh, they couldn't cast Hoarding Broodlord. Because they needed 3 black. They only had 2. So what are they doing now? End of your next turn, you may play these cards. They're going to cast Dispersal and then still have 2 mana up here. So they disperse this, kill this, and still die. If we Dispersal that right now... Let's just get rid of that. See what we can find on the top of our deck that could help right now. Oh no. I don't know what this does, but this could be bad. They draw 2, they get a free artifact, they get the Oracle, they get counters on it, they still have Dispersal up, and then they destroy one of our permanents? Oh my goodness. Okay, well that might let them survive, and then if they can cast Hoarding Broodlord, we probably lose. It's going to be close here. They block, they Dispersal, they take 2. Alright. Is Xeric Strobe Knight good enough? Probably not with Hoarding Broodlord coming down next turn, right? Wait, do they still not have the mana for it? Currently, they don't have the mana for it. They need another black. But we know they're casting this. They could Surveil into black. I don't think that's good enough. That's worse. So... we attack all, they have to block, and then they have to Dispersal the other one. So they're going to kill both of these, but we get in for 2, and then these are lethal next turn. Assuming they have nothing else and no other way to interact. What does this do? Discard a land, deals 2 to any target. Well, that's busted. Alright, well, cross your fingers we can get through next turn. I mean, they're going to flip this. They can discard a land, deal 2 to this. Okay, they kept one on top, which means they will more than likely be casting Broodlord now. I'm not going to transform in the event that Tetsugo still lives, because it becomes unblockable. So... alright, they don't have the mana for Broodlord. Daxos does gain them life. They're still currently dead, though. Although they have an Oracle, they could go to 4. They play that. Then they go to 1. Then they can failed conversion Tetsuko, and then we can't attack anymore, and they're at 1. They could also just kill our stuff by flipping Invasion of Call Time, I suppose. Alright, well, the multicolor deck got there again. Playing against all of the multicolor decks today. 18-3, and I think we're just about dead here. It's kind of a nombo with what we got going on. So here's what they're going to do. They're going to discard a land. They're going to deal it here. We're going to be forced to put it here, and then they're going to eat it. So we can't even attack. Dang. We had it close, and then they turned the corner and they got us here, so. Alright. Well, you had your fun. Yeah. Oh well. Thought we had them, but they turned the corner. Okay, we don't get to go first this time, but we do have a great hand, so we will be keeping it. I could save the Halberd to use as a double spell with Xeric Strobe Knight, but I don't think that's worth it. Probably playing Strobe Knight next turn so that we could potentially double spell the following turn. Overgrown Pest. Okay. Another multicolor deck. Look, 4 colors. I mean, what is this up to? We're playing against, like, nothing but enormous multicolor decks today. And they all have their mana. Haven't played against a single opponent that's mana screwed. See, there's the burgeoning. Now they got 5. Yeah, red, black. That's got reach. And they're willing to trade Strobe Knight for their War Historian now. I don't think so. Got a pretty good chance to double spell here. Gosh. So frustrating how we're playing against all the multicolor decks and their mana just has not been a problem. Oh, hi there. It's pretty good. I will trade Preening Champion for War Historian, though. I think... Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. We have 2 lands in hand. Sentinel backing up that and attacking? Potentially? Yeah. Yeah, I'll trade. Or I'll try to. This is unblockable. Yeah, I won't be blocking with it. Okay. Just whittling down their board bit by bit here. Still have a tapper and protection up. Alright, and now they're pretty close to dead next turn. Although, with this mana, they have many things they could draw. They drew something. Rampaging Raptor is among those things that they could draw. Alright, I'm going to try to risk it here. Prevent all damage of black or red sources would deal to creatures you control. I'm pretty sure that last card's a land here. Because last turn they played it and they went straight to combat. Yeah, they're just going to pump. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And that should be game. Awesome. We got there. Not sure if we're 5-2 right now, 6-2. It's close. We'll see. Alright, opponent goes first again, but our hand is fine. We are currently 5-3. Cavalier into Sentinel into Convoke out Knight Errant, maybe? Or into Invasion and attack it? Who knows? We got options here. Looks like playing the mirror. Play the Sentinel. I could back this up, and then this can't block it profitably. I could back this up, and then these would trade. I think I'm going to back up the Cavalier and get in. Next turn we can Evasion of Xerax and threaten to flip it immediately. And then following turn, Marshal, Convoke, and then our board is just huge. Okay. Oh, this is a nice combo. Tetsuko and Billy Ryder here. Alright, hoping they don't have... what's it called? Forest Dispersal. And you know what? I think they do, because they just attacked and they got priority. They sent it back. So I think I can Marshal and then Convoke here. And then do this next turn, and then we're gold. They are still getting priority. I'm just going to go ahead and do this, draw some extra cards. Hopefully it's not Assimilate Essence here. Looks like it isn't. Alright, we'll take a Bond Warden. We cleared off like 5 lands there. Maybe 4. 4 lands and a Bola Slinger. Now our board is huge, and we have Invasion of Xerax and Bond Warden next turn. That's scary. Their whole board is unblockable. They did that before blocks, which... Oh, they did it after blocks. Oh, are we just, like, dead next turn now? Basically, yeah. Well, that happened quickly. So the only way we don't die is if we try to invade... No, because even Invasion of Xerix on the Tetsuko, they just replay it. So then we have to do... This is the only way we don't die. We currently also have 15 points of damage on board, so... If we back up on something, we have 16. Okay, gotta hope they don't have Dispersal now. We gotta go for it, because we're dead on board. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so... Cross your fingers they don't have a bounce spell. Oh! They have a blocker. Well... I guess, you know, if you put together a lot of bad cards, sometimes they can win a game of Magic the Gathering. Yeah, unblockable, unblockable, unblockable. That's unfortunate. Put together two Ds, and D plus D equals A in winning a game. So I think we went 5-3. I think the deck was... It was probably 5-3-ish level. I think we probably could have squeaked out maybe a 6 or 7 if we were lucky. Probably should have won that last game if they didn't get so lucky with their pile of mediocre cards. But is what it is. So 2 more drafts left to March of the Machine, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.